we do, or they won't have success at what we're doing. So we got to make sure that everything we do is putting our prospects in a position that they don't have rejection or objection to it, but they're putting them in a position that's saying, hey, I would like to do that. It seems like it's a lot of fun. Okay, guys. I mean, I just had a little conversation with one of our members about a post that was put on Facebook, and it's not always kind of how you feel about a post. It's how it looks to other people. And if you put some post up on Facebook that when you're like, hey, I'm sticking to it, and I'm going to post this, and this is just me, and I'm sticking to it. Obviously, it's a post that is geared for business, and you want a particular reaction to it. So we don't want to raise resistance, okay? We don't want to raise resistance. You know, I mean, I'm just telling. This is just straight off the cuff here. When you put things on Facebook or or do anything in your business, and it says, well, I put this. Well, you do this and you don't respond. And you do this and you don't respond. And I tell you you can do this and you don't respond. But when I post about my business, all of a sudden there's crickets, right? But then the people that are thinking about joining your business are kind of like, well, I don't want cricket. I don't want to feel like that. Guys, does this make sense? Is this clicking for some of you guys? Like where this is the thing that people think? You know, I know sometimes it's frustrating as a business owner. It's frustrating when people don't respond. It's frustrating when you attract, tire kicker leads. It gets frustrating. However, you cannot think about it. Everything you do, you have to say, is this going to leave my best prospects in a way that says, oh, I'd like to do that, right? I'm just saying, okay? We are paid to reassure that we have a duplicatable process. You don't get paid for signing people up, okay? In network marketing, you're going to get paid for reassuring people that this is dupla-freaking-catable, all right? All right, so pre-objection checklist. Make sure that you're sharing your vision and make sure it includes someone else, okay? Make sure you're always sharing your vision. You're sharing your vision with passion. They need to know you're part of something big. You're part of a movement. Kevin and I, we had a conversation last night about his movement and this movement that what's he want to be a part of and being a part of this movement. That's what people really want to see, okay? If you're part of something small, you're going to get objections out the wazoo, okay? If you're a part of something small, people think you're just part of one of these things, part of something small. But it's hard for people to just really throw objections in your face when all it is that, hey, I'm part of something big, right? Everyone wants to be a part of something big. If you're part of something big, they're the ones that look crazy for not being a part of it, okay? So be a part of something big, okay? Be a part of something big. Let's see here. Sorry, I lost my chat here. Okay, cool. So make good use of the takeaway. And what this means, guys, is one of you guys has got to be willing to walk away, okay? Somebody has to be willing to walk away, and a lot of times it's going to have to be you, okay? But as always, even if you have to walk away, make sure you leave people touched, moved, and inspired. All right, so let's get into it. I don't have the money. Isn't this the one you guys just really didn't like? I don't have the money. Ryan, how do you handle this one? Okay, cool. So let's get into I don't have the money. Okay, first, we want to qualify this objection. Make sure it's a real objection. Okay, so these are just some of the things I would say. And then so you can take, I did this so you guys could take some pictures or whatever if you wanted to, or come back. But then we're going to go into some like nitty gritty, I don't have the money stuff. Okay, so first we want to qualify the objection. Awesome, Joe. I can appreciate you sharing that with me. Okay, I want to acknowledge that I appreciate you sharing that with me. I know it can't be easy. Okay, I know personally that $500 to start a business, that could change. That could change. That in your bank account isn't that much. Okay, I know that. Okay, so I appreciate you sharing how tight you are. Okay, or hey Joe, I just want to make sure that we're on the same page here. Is it that you really don't have the money, or do you just not see an opportunity for yourself here? Okay, I just want to get to the bottom of this. Okay, now these are just two of my favorites here. Okay, is it really that you don't have the money, or do you not just see an opportunity for yourself here? Because if you don't see an opportunity for yourself, I definitely don't want to waste your time, and I don't want to waste. I know you don't want to waste my time either. However, okay. However, if you did come up with the money, what would have been the best way you did it? Okay. Now you guys can go back to some of the stuff we went over in the other modules here, but typically, guys, the main thing with the "I don't have the money" is making sure that the objection. Let me fix this. This is like really irritating me. There we go. You want to make sure that it's an actual objection first. Okay. So once we make sure that it's an actual objection, all right, they need help. Okay. They need help. So let me ask you this: if I were to help you come up with the money, would you be open to that? If I were to show you some ways that you could come up with the money, would you be open to that? Okay. Typically, they're going to say yes. If they do say no, then you automatically know that this person isn't qualified, and you can move on. Okay. All right. All right. Rhonda says the objection I get is not documented. Okay, so let me ask you this, Miranda. Is this because I want to know just before we move on here? You're getting the objection. I'm not documented. Is that what you're getting? Let me know in the chat because the message here was kind of messed up. It looks kind of funky. So let me know, and then we'll continue on with that one. Okay. So okay, Joe. So if you really see an opportunity, okay, like you said you see, I want to help you come up with the funds. Is that cool with you? Okay. What you want to do is you want to grab pen and paper, and let's just say, okay, cool. Now, barring any of your bills, anything, how much money have you set aside for your business? Okay, this is a big question I want to ask. I don't want to ask, hey, have you set aside any money for your business? Okay, so we want to say, hey, how much money have you set aside for your business? See, now with this objection, guys, if you're really getting the money objection, okay, then what's happening is you really want to work with your customer. You really want to work with your prospects. Okay. That's the main goal here. So we want to get to a place where we're working with our prospects. We're not in this battle of just trying to get them to sign up. We're moving to consultant. We're moving to a place where we're actually helping someone come up with the money. So we can make a list of, hey, who can you borrow the money from? What's your next payday going to be like? Let's look around some things that we can sell. Hey, are there any odd jobs? Okay. Let's set a date. Okay. Let's make it real. Okay. Let's set a date. Let's make it real. Let's put it on the calendar on the day you're going to get started. And I just want you to know I'm here to work for you. Okay. Now, if you want to avoid this objection, okay, if you want to avoid this objection, one question that you can ask your prospects as you're going through the process, as you're going through your discovery process with your prospects, is say, hey, just out of curiosity, because I know starting a business is, maybe not something that was on your mind. However, if you were to start a business, how much money have you set aside to start a business, or to start a business? It gets the thing going here that they know they're going to have to invest in something, right? And also, when you've gotten their vision, okay, you can put a price tag, on their vision, right? No one's just going to come up to you. We kind of talked about this through the recruiting modules. No one's going to come up to you and just say, hey, look, I got an extra $500, right? They have to have seen the information first, okay? They have to have seen the information first, and then you can tie it in with their vision. So if you don't know their vision, it's going to be very hard for you to tie in a dollar figure that they want to come up with or have to come up with in order to avoid this objection, okay? All right, so we'll keep it moving. All right, cool. So I have the results, but not documented online as an authority. People expect me to do things for free. That's I'm going to cover that right now. I'm going to go ahead and cover that right now. So the objection is, before we move on to our next objection, which is this is just not for me. Let's handle this objection. Miranda says, I have the results, but I'm not documented online as an authority. People expect me to do things for free. Okay. So people expect you to do things for free because you allow them to take advantage of you there. Okay. You don't necessarily have to be documented All right, in any sense. Okay, it's your posture. Okay, it's your ability to say, you know what, this is the service that I provide. This is the service that I provide, and this is what it costs. If you're having a good conversation with someone, now I don't know what service you're offering, but if you're having a qualified, good, quality conversation with someone, okay, especially if you've gone through. Now I think you just came through today, Marana. So what I would definitely do is go back through the recruiting modules. Okay, I'm going to teach you how to really communicate with people. Okay, but I'll tell you this, just based off what we're going on right now, I'll tell you this: if it's not the fact that you're not documented, okay, they just need to see you as an authority. Okay, now you need to be clear about your prospects and what they need, what they see as an authority. Okay, now if my prospects, were all in this place where I had to have my John Maxwell certification, or that just makes me not qualified to coach them, then I have two options, right? I can either look for new prospects that don't need that as a authority trigger or key or whatever, or I can go get my John Maxwell. Okay, does this make sense? I mean, just let me know in the comments if this makes sense. It's not the fact that you're not documented. That's not the thing here, guys. The thing is, if the prospects you have, are you hitting the things that they deem as qualifies you as an authority? And you can either go get new prospects that you have their authority qualities, or you need to figure out what qualities that they do deem as authority and go get them. Okay, so you got two choices there. Okay, I'm not saying any choice is either right or wrong. I'm just saying you got to choose.